This week, the FBI raided 22 businesses in Minnesota as part of its investigation into widespread fraud allegations across the state. Many of these operations occurred at child care centers and businesses assisting children with autism. And now a former Minnesota investigator is testifying about the complex nature of these schemes and why so many scammers have set their sights on Minnesota. NewsNation investigative correspondent Rich McHugh has more tonight.
Hi, Natasha. New testimony from a former Minnesota state investigator is shocking, not only for his level of specificity and detail of what they uncovered, but for his account of being silenced. Jay Swanson is a former Minnesota state trooper and investigator with the Department of Human Services, says when he and his team presented their findings on the fraud in Minnesota, they were shut down.
One day we received a call from a CCAP mother who called to complain that her child care center owner had stopped paying her the monthly cash kickback they had agreed upon. Another day, a former co-owner of a center called to say that he had been cheated out of his share of the fraud proceeds. Yet another day, a fire department called asking if a child care center was still operating because there were never any children or staff at the center. I checked and found that in the last 12 months, we had paid the center approximately $1 million and that they were billing for the care of approximately 90 children at a time during 2 shifts from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week.
Swanson says looking back, his team saw the early stages of the loosely organized criminal enterprise starting to pillage Minnesota public benefit system, that it was well-known in the community, but also well-known in Somalia.
More than once, I heard an owner or employee respond when we asked where they first learned about the daycare scam. They would say they had first heard about it while in the refugee camp in Kenya. These individuals told us that they had heard you could run the scam in a number of different states, but it was easiest and you could make the most money doing it in Minnesota.
He and his team, which included veteran investigator Scott Stillman, who told us his career was destroyed after speaking up and testifying publicly in 2017, they were retaliated against.
I soon had a senior DHS official in my office, angry, red-faced, and almost yelling. The senior DHS official told me to delete a number of paragraphs of the document that I had sent. I then advised this official that I believed what they were telling me to do was illegal. I can't tell you how shocked we were to come to the Department of Human Services and learn after a few years that not only was the theft of untold millions of dollars tolerated, but those who tried to stop it would be subjected to the wrath of high-ranking department officials.
Swanson says their warnings were ultimately ignored, that the division hired a consultant to undermine and discredit their findings. The Department of Human Services and the Walz administration ultimately shut down his unit. We've reached out to Governor Walz for comment. I have yet to hear back. Natasha?
Yeah, Rich McHugh with that. Thank you. And meanwhile, Minnesota lawmakers are asking Congresswoman Ilhan Omar to respond by Tuesday regarding questions about a statewide child nutrition fraud scheme. The lawmakers are seeking Omar's written and electronic communications involving the state's Feeding Our Future program, which misused millions of dollars in taxpayer funds. State lawmakers specifically hoping to look at Omar's correspondence with the owners of the Safari restaurant. State lawmakers point out Omar was a regular at that restaurant, staging many campaign events there. Its owners recently pleaded guilty for their role in the $250 million fraud scheme. Now, Omar's team and allies have largely framed allegations trying to link her to fraud as politically motivated and not substantiated. But for more on this, we are joined by Minnesota State Representative Kristin Robbins tonight. She is the chair of the Minnesota House Fraud Prevention and State Oversight Committee, also a candidate for Minnesota governor. Appreciate you being here today and sharing your perspective. And I know we're fast approaching this Tuesday request for Congresswoman Omar here. If she doesn't respond by this deadline, what is your committee's move on Wednesday morning?
You know, we hope she will respond. She certainly owes it to Minnesota taxpayers and families to respond to our questions. And so I'm still hoping, but if not, the committee will examine all our options and we will continue to press for it because she created the program, the Meals Act, that took the guardrails off the school nutrition program, that created the conditions for all this fraud. And she should come and answer our questions.
Will you try to subpoena her?
So we will look at all the options. We'll see what happens next week in committee.
Assuming that she doesn't respond, and I'm not sure that she would. I mean, given she's a member of Congress, it doesn't seem that the committee has actual authority to get her to show up. Let's assume she does not respond. Will the committee be pursuing a subpoena on Wednesday?
So we are looking at all the options. As you may know, we don't have the full subpoena power at the committee at this time because of the makeup of the House being tied, but we will certainly look at all our options. And we will also continue to work with our federal partners who do have subpoena power. So this is far from over, and we will keep looking at all options available to us.
Have you seen any direct evidence linking Congresswoman Omar to any wrongdoing?
Well, the court exhibits from Feeding Our Future show in the exhibit list different communications between her office and some of her staffers and Feeding Our Future defendants. And that is the information we're trying to get. What were they communicating about? Did they tell them that they'd taken the guardrails off the program? Did they encourage them to get involved as one of the sites? Safari Restaurant was one of the sites that, as you noted, has been charged and convictions have been brought against them, but they were the largest single site in the Feeding Our Future case. So we definitely want to understand what her office was communicating, and I think that should be made available to the public.
Her team and Democrats have said that these allegations are politically motivated. Tell me more about that. Is this about fact-finding, or is this about putting political pressure on a high-profile Democrat?
This is about getting the truth. That's what we want. We want the truth. For far too long in Minnesota, people were afraid to tell the truth about the fraud problem. And when they did, they were retaliated against. And we have said that will no longer stand. We are going to tell the truth. We are going to follow the facts and the law, and then we will see what happens. But we have a duty to the taxpayers and to the needy Minnesotans who need these services to find the facts and get the truth.
We mentioned the FBI raid over those 20 locations in Minneapolis this week, including many daycare centers. Was your committee briefed by federal authorities before those raids took place, or were you watching them unfold on the news like everyone else?
No, we watch it on the news and like everyone else. I have a great relationship with our federal partners, and we certainly share information with them as we get it because we want them to have all information for their investigations. But once they start looking at something, we find out just like everybody else.